Trash. The average American throws away 4.5 pounds of it every day. All across our nation, 57% of this trash is disposed of in landfills. For most communities, landfills become a liability, an eyesore, a place that smells bad and drives property values down. But here at the foot of the Black Mountains in western North Carolina, Energy Exchange, a nonprofit organization, is putting a different spin on the idea of what a landfill can be.
Landfill gas projects are not new. They've been collecting landfill gas for over 25 years and normally generating electricity or powering steam boilers with it. The thing that's unique about our projects is this is very small scale. We're capturing, collecting, and utilizing landfill gas that typically they said wasn't feasible to do because of the volume of gas. And we felt like it was an asset here that we could help benefit the community in some way, even if it's for just a short period of time.
Landfill gas is the result of decomposing waste under oxygen-deprived conditions. Typically, landfill gas is composed of 50% methane, 45% carbon dioxide, and trace amounts of other organic compounds released by the decomposing waste. Methane is a greenhouse gas with both natural and human-influenced sources. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, methane gas is 23 times more powerful than carbon dioxide when it comes to trapping heat in the atmosphere. While combusting this gas eliminates the threat it poses as a greenhouse gas, it's also a valuable source of energy, which is being used at Energy Exchange.
Well, the most rewarding thing to me, I think, is the fact that we're taking something that was a wasted resource that was actually a pollutant. We're taking this methane gas that's been emitted into the atmosphere here for years, a serious greenhouse gas, and we're making something useful out of it to meet local energy needs.
By demonstrating the alternative use of landfill gas to power on-site craft studios and greenhouses, Energy Exchange has become a national showcase. A few hundred feet from the closed landfill, its campus houses a clay studio, glass studio, 4 greenhouses, a gallery, and a visitor center.
There are 2 components really to the benefits. The first you could call the environmental component. This mostly methane landfill gas that is released by landfills will come out of the ground no matter what. And it turns out it's a very potent greenhouse warming gas. So using it by burning it is very beneficial to the environment as a whole. But better than that, I calculated the savings in the energy costs that these 5 residents would have spent had they not been here. And the savings in fuel at today's prices is over $1 million.
Aside from just having a place to work, which is a huge benefit, it's nice having people come up here. I mean, if I were in my own studio somewhere, you know, it's not all that publicity and all those people interested in what I'm doing, which all those things help me as far as getting my name out there and sort of starting my own business. You know, people come up here and I meet them, and then they remember me later. They see my pot somewhere. That's a huge benefit.
Well, I think one of the big benefits to the local community here is in education. We have a number of apprenticeship positions where high school youngsters interested in horticulture can get hands-on experience, actually earning while they're learning. For some of these kids, it's their first job, and it's also an opportunity for them to feel their way around horticulture to see if it might be a career choice for them. So education is very important. And also the education of adults, we think, is very important here too, where people can come out here and learn about new possible cash crops that they might take advantage of. So in that way, we kind of get into the economic development realm as well.
The idea became a reality thanks to 4 major partners. The Blue Ridge Resource Conservation and Development Council is the lead agency for the project, coordinating the efforts in developing funding and providing manpower. Handmade in America brings their extensive knowledge of crafts and development of small businesses. Mayland Community College brings leadership to the project by assisting with the development of the horticulture portion. And the EPA's landfill methane outreach program is providing engineering and feasibility studies for the continued development of the project.
It was successful because of the strong community support that was put in place here, and the combination of a diverse group of partners that made this happen. No one organization of our partnerships could have made this happen by themselves.
Public meetings were held to identify the needs of the community that could best be served by this energy source.
We were familiar with the fact that we did have the landfill closing and that it probably could be utilized. Of course, it was up to other people that had more technical knowledge than I did about this that could do it. And I think the county commissions were receptive to the idea.
I guess that what a lot of people forget in this process is that this is really a tribute to partnerships. And I'm going to talk about a political partnership that began 15 years ago between Mitchell County and Yancey County, when these county commissioners came together, and may have been the first in the state of North Carolina, certainly the first in Western North Carolina, to put aside political boundaries and to put together a landfill to be used by both counties. And today their reward is both of these counties get recognized. They get recognized for the innovation here, but I think we often forget they ought to be recognized for putting aside political differences.
Out of many ideas generated by the public, 2 were selected to pursue. One was to heat greenhouses that would raise native ornamentals. This idea eventually materialized into Project Branchout.
The majority of that material is wildcrafted, collected out of the wild, cut back. And that's the quickest and easiest method. Well, some of our native azaleas are dug to the point of extinction, and they're fairly small colonies of certain ones anyway. And we wanted to get some education going, do some experimentation, and basically focus the market to the region.
We focus on native rhododendrons. We do propagate some hybrid rhododendrons also, and then to fill some time and space in the greenhouse while we're propagating them. We also grow bedding plants. We'll grow a fall crop.
Project Branchout also includes an innovative aquaponics greenhouse. Fish tank byproducts provide fertilizer material for graveled plant beds. The plant beds act as a filter and water is recirculated back into the tanks. The second idea was to provide a craft business incubator for potters and glass blowers. This project has been a huge success. In addition to achieving the purpose of providing a use for landfill gas, it has become a tourist destination, with visitors coming to tour the facilities, meet participants, and purchase products from the studios and greenhouses. Due to this overwhelming success, the partners began developing a second energy exchange project at the landfill in nearby Avery County. Like the Yancey-Mitchell project, the Avery site features greenhouse operations.
The Avery project will include a teaching facility that will be available to the public schools, to Appalachian State, to NC State, to the Extension Service. So we'll be looking at providing training for people who might be going into ornamentals or Christmas trees in the future, as well as supporting the Extension Service and providing training for the people who are out there now.
Thanks to the vision of community leaders, citizens, government, and state agencies, these 2 landfills are no longer a threat to the local and global environments. Instead, they are nurturing new generations of native plants, up-and-coming craft entrepreneurs, and meeting local energy needs.
We have taken a project from the absolute beginning to totally not the close of it, but certainly far enough along in the project that it's begun its own, has its own brand, its own image, its own work, has a knowledge that's already been built about it around the county and the region, and now the state and the nation. I guess the one thing that really surprised us, we had no idea it would have such a national appeal to people.
Energy Exchange, a success beyond the wildest dreams of its creators.